it away!
Isn't this a bit dangerous?
No, we haven't had an accident in about a week.
This year,
Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban prison.
sorcery is unleashed.
Swear to me you won't go looking for Black.
Why would I go looking for someone who wants to kill me?
A dark power draws near.
There's something moving out there.
It was a Dementor, one of the guards of Azkaban, searching for Sirius Black. Dementors force us to relive our very worst memories. Our pain becomes their power.
You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach! That felt good.
From Warner Brothers Pictures,
You betrayed my parents. You're the reason they're dead.
everything you expected
He was their friend. He was their friend!
will be transformed.
If you want to kill Harry, you'll have to kill us too.
Only one would die tonight.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Expecto Patronum!
Welcome, welcome to another year at Hogwarts.
And now we would like to share with you this exclusive sneak preview of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
You'll definitely notice a few new things. New characters, new creatures, and finally Hermione wearing jeans.
As you can see, we've grown a bit, so enjoy the show.
This one is sort of the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's a lot darker as well. There's a lot more scary things in it.
The
There is-
fact that it's darker is because it's in the book.
Yeah.
In the second one, we had the spiders. That was scary for me, yeah. But this time we got the Dementors.
It's a bit of a different ball game to go from, you know, creepy spiders to go to suddenly, peoples which suck your soul out.
We do have other things in this one.
Yeah, the headproof was really cool.
Prisoner of Azkaban, compared to the last two films, is it's a lot different. There's so many different people.
Emma Thompson. I was so pleased to be working with her.
You may be young in years, but the heart that beats beneath your bosom is as shriveled as an old maid's.
Gary Oldman. I have so much respect for him as an actor.
Michael Gambon entered into his own perception of what Dumbledore was going to be like.
He was really amazing.
A child's voice, however honest and true, is meaningless to those who've forgotten how to listen.
It is a much funnier film.
Welcome to the night bus. Emergency transport for the stranded witch or wizard.
Smack, bam, crash.
I get thrown against windows, I'm all over the place.
I think you can tell it's a different director. He's just done it in a different way. It's great.
Chris Columbus had done the first two films, and he had put together a universe that was very eloquent. So I feel very comfortable to play in that universe. You're about to lose the battle when finally comes out, okay?
Alfonso's got a real good visual sense. He's always been really strong with actors. I really grew to care about these kids, and I wanted to make sure that they were in the hands of someone who would take care of them, who would look out for their best interests. And I think they formed a really strong relationship.
Move this. Okay. I was the luckiest guy because I got these 3 kids that they've done already 2 Harry Potters. They knew everything relating about their own characters and the universe around them.
I was completely blown away by their performances because there's such a maturity, there's such a assurance, there's confidence.
I'm still tense. Listen up, listen up.
Alfonso, he was very trusting.
Blink,
He wanted us to put a lot of ourselves and our thoughts into the character. He'd always turn around and say to you, you come up with whatever feels natural.
Yeah. And eventually I think we all got into that, and I think it worked really well in the end.
Yeah, that was quite cool. He's funny, he's really funny and easy to work with as well, which is really good.
You know the Egyptians used to worship cats?
Yeah, along with a dung beetle.
In the series so far, you have never, ever seen us fight. And then suddenly in this one, it all falls apart. It's me and Ron, where it gets really bad. It's the whole cat and the rat thing, isn't it? Ronald has lost his rat.
I haven't lost anything. Your cat killed him.
The actors are growing up with the characters, and the characters are growing up with the story. And the story itself is obviously much more mature.
In this film, there's a major stand towards the Dursleys, with Aunt Marge getting inflated by a spell that I don't even try to do it.
In this one, Hermione really comes into her own. You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach!
Hermione, no!
It's like meeting a different person. You know, she's got power. Malfoy insults her.
Filthy little mudblood.
And instead of, you know, keep walking, just ignore him. That's it. Smack!
Oh! It's about time, really.
Yeah, take him down a peg or two. We look like teenagers.
Yeah.
I mean, Hermione gets to wear jeans.
Ron's clothes they stay the same throughout the whole thing. There's like Weasley jumpers and poor clothes. I like that. I felt like you got into the character a bit more.
The Prisoner of Azkaban refers to a character by the name of Sirius Black, who spent the last 12 years in prison because it is thought that he murdered or was responsible for the murder of Harry's parents. When the film begins, the Prisoner of Azkaban has escaped and is on the run and coming to find Harry Potter.
He's been sighted! He's been sighted! Who? Sirius Black!
Dufftown? It's not far from here.
I look like I've escaped from prison, don't you think?
The working with Gary Oldman this time was just the highlight of my life. And when you're working with, like, Gary, David Thewlis, who's amazing, like, really just, I mean, the scenes with David in the film are just stunning, and Timothy Spall and Alan Rickman all in the same room at the same time. It's kind of, I'm just going to stand in the corner and be quiet.
No pressure.
And you guys can...
No pressure.
Yeah.
Dear lady, who did this to you?
He's here! Somewhere in the castle! Sirius Black!
It's like every actor's fantasy, isn't it? I mean, something like Dumbledore being a Harry Potter. So I'm delighted. I enjoy every minute of it.
This is a stunning cast this time, and they're so good, all those guys. There's a whole lot in them. The magic never kind of goes. It's a magic place to be.
I am Professor Trelawney. Together we shall cast ourselves into the future.
She plays this eccentric character.
Professor Trelawney's scenes are actually really fun. Like, the earlier ones are really fun.
She's insane. The much earlier ones, she's absolutely crazy. And your reactions to her are really funny.
There's scenes with me and Rupert in kind of divination, just kind of slowly falling asleep outside and then being woken up by her huge eyes behind these glasses.
She does see really, truly frightening things. She's looking into teacups and she says she sees something very nasty in store for Harry.
You have the Grim.
She ratchets up the suspense, basically. She's there to sort of really get the plot going and get us all feeling a bit nervous.
Our own Rubius Hagrid.
Hagrid becomes a teacher in this one.
How am I doing my first day?
Brilliant, Professor.
He's so pleased to be a professor.
Isn't he beautiful?
Basically, he's in charge of the magical creatures. And some of them are a bit unpredictable.
Exactly what is that? That run is a hippogriff.
Yeah, that was really amazing, because it's like half horse, half eagle. I thought that was quite cool.
And it's Hagrid's job to introduce it to the children and show them how to do it right and how not to offend it or frighten it and so on. And of course, guess who gets it wrong?
Great ugly brute.
Malfoy. No, Malfoy. No! No! Whoa! Whoa! What, Mike?
Dobby was kind of the star of the second film, I think. But it's going to be the star of this one, really.
It's so real, so real.
The film is story-filled with magic and magical creatures. That's looking really cool. We have a werewolf, the Monster Book of Monsters.
And it kind of, you do kind of think that if all textbooks had teeth and were this vicious, you would pay a lot more attention.
Attention in class, definitely.
There's a creature that the Dementors that they project that fear within.
They act almost as a wake-up call to say, I do have weaknesses, I'm not that kind of powerful or that strong.
The theme of the film, this kid finding his identity as a teenager and is learning that both the fears and the power to fight them reside within.
I hope he finds me, because when he does, I'm going to be ready.
It's more of an emotional journey than
Yeah, it's all emotional and everyone's on the edge.
And then it's just really exciting at the same time.
Yeah.
Expecto Patronum!
Well, that's about all we have time for tonight.
We hope you've enjoyed seeing the film and our special sneak preview as much as we've enjoyed making all the Harry Potter films over the past few years.
We had a great time being your host for the evening and look forward to seeing you again when the movie opens June the 4th.
This film has been rated PG.
Welcome to the night bus, emergency transport for the stranded witch or wizard. My name is Stan Shunpike and I will be your conductor for this evening. Take her away, Ern.
Yeah, take it away, Ernie. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Well, whereabouts are you headed? The Leaky Cauldron. That's in London. Do you hear that, Ern?
The Leaky Cauldron. Hey, if you have the pea soup, make sure you eat it before he eats you.
But the Muggles, can't they see us?
Muggles? They don't see nothing, do they? No, but if you jab them with a fork, they feel. Ernie, little old lady at 12 o'clock.
Let me get this straight. Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban to come after you.
Yeah.
But they'll catch Black, won't they? I mean, everyone's looking for him. Why are we stopping? He can't be there yet.
What's going on? Dunno. Maybe we've broken down.
Ouch, Ron, that was my foot.
There's something moving out there. I think someone's coming aboard. What's going on? What's happening?
At the request of the Ministry of Magic, Hogwarts will, until further notice, play host to the Dementors of Azkaban, until such a time as Sirius Black is captured. The Dementors will be stationed at every entrance to the grounds. Now, whilst I've been assured that their presence will not disrupt our day-to-day activities, a word of caution. Dementors are vicious creatures. They will not distinguish between the one they hunt and the one who gets in their way. Therefore, I must warn each and every one of you to give them no reason to harm you. It is not in the nature of a Dementor to be forgiving. But you know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light.
In this room, you shall discover if you possess the sight. Hello, I am Professor Trelawney. Together we shall cast ourselves into the future. This term we shall be focusing on tessomancy, which is the art of reading tea leaves. So please take the cup of the person sitting opposite you. What do you see? The truth lies buried like a sentence deep within a book, waiting to be read. But first, you must broaden your minds. First, you must look beyond.
What a load of rubbish.
Where did you come from?
Me? Been here all this time.
Ooh, ooh. Your aura is pulsing, dear. Are you in the beyond? I think you are.
Sure.
Look at the cup. Tell me what you see.
Oh, yeah, well, Harry's got sort of a wonky cross. That's trials and suffering. And, that there could be the sun, and that's happiness. So, you're gonna suffer, but you're gonna be happy about it.
You know, the very first time I saw you, Harry, I recognized you immediately. Not by your scar, by your eyes. They're your mother, Lily's.
Yes. Oh, yes. I knew her.
Your mother was there for me at a time when no one else was. Not only was she a singularly gifted witch, she was also an uncommonly kind woman. She had a way of seeing the beauty in others, even and perhaps most especially when that person could not see it in themselves. Your father, James, on the other hand, he had a certain, shall we say, talent for trouble. A talent, rumor has it, he passed on to you. You're more like them than you know, Harry. In time, you'll come to see just how much.
That's one nasty Dementor.
Oh, no. That was a boggart, Harry, a boggart. The real thing will be worse, much, much worse. As a matter of interest, what were you thinking? Which memory did you choose?
The first time I rode a broom.
Well, that's not good enough, not nearly good enough.
There's another. It's not happy, exactly. Well, it is. It's the happiest I've ever felt. But it's complicated.
Is it strong? Then let's give it a try. You feel ready?
Just do it.
Expecto Patronum!
Expecto Patronum!
Look who's here.
Ah, come to see the show.
You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach!
Hermione, no! He's not worth it. Malfoy, you okay? Let's go! Come, quick! Let's go away.
Run! Not a word to anyone, understood?
That felt good.
Not good. Brilliant.
That we're taking is right after Vernon left. So it's once Lumos Maxima, once, doesn't work. You get frustrated, so you throw the second Lumos Maxima, and the second one is going to be the huge one. Okay, not the third, okay, the second one. No, don't ignore him.
I got a pigeon sound.
Ignore him.
Listen, I got a pigeon sound.
Order. It looks good when you... Okay, move that, please. And now do the sound. Do the sound. Move this. Okay.
Now the only trouble with the wire on the hair is
There's something now, Mr. Rabbit. If you're here looking for Harry, look straight, and if you come, put your elbow on your shoulder like, hey guys, how you doing?
Yes, who it is.
and laughing at them running up the hill. Hair, 1, 2, 3, hair.
Harry.
Dan.
Bloody hell, Harry, that's not funny.
Okay, and then if we come here, Timoteo, tell me if this is...
What happened?
He was their friend. And he betrayed them. He was their friend. I hope he finds me. And when he does, I'm going to be ready.
And be responsible.
And this bloody cat ate my rat.
That's a lie.
It is not, and you bloody well know it.
To Frog, say hello to Emma. Hello, Emma. Good.
What are they for? What do they do?
They sing. What do you mean? Look at it. Blink. There you go. So, how was the ball?
Very, very good, thank you.
Yes?
Welcome, welcome to another year at Hogwarts. I have a few things to say before we all become befuddled by our excellent feats.
Bring your friend back into the table, like protect him by turning him around. If he's turning that direction, they will keep on just saying, nah, 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 nah. So you have to bring him back into there. Ready? Let's do one more rehearsal. Ready, guys, and action. Potter. True, you thank you. You actually thank you. Shut up. It's going to be very good. Go for it.
Yeah? Cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Seriously?
Yeah, why not? Let's try it. Let's try it.
Those weasels never told me about any marauders, Matt.
But he's not going to keep it. He's going to turn it into Professor McGonagall. Aren't you?
Oh, sure, along with his invisibility cloak.
Oh, look who it is. Madame Rosmerta. Ron fancies her.
What? That's untrue.
Cut there.
And go!
Okay, cut. Got it. Everything.
Yes, sir. Waiting up just now. Eh? The flash is on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hate flash. Flash is horrible. Okay, okay. Remember that you were guys. You were
We've
over
been
there.
down here.
Okay, so we're going to take for a moment. You come out.
Go, Harry, go.
Road, around your feet. Window, fight. He's about to come out. Dumbledore stops him, all clear. Buffing.
Bow, and then, okay, you bow, you go there, and then once that you're down there, better look up to see if the tiger is not attacking, like this, and then, but then maybe go back down, like, almost like your shoulders.
Like in the other, one in the pumpkin patch.
In a way, yes, exactly.
Less.
And then you have to go back. You go back. You stop. But it's the kind of stop that thing, when it's like, I stop. Any moment it's coming. Any moment it's coming. That kind of thing. Yeah. And then I don't think that you're going to really see the bow. You're going to feel more the reaction of her. And then is when you look up and relief. Okay.
Lupin. And action! Shaking, and he drops the wand. Pettigrew picks it up.
Expelliarmus!
He waves. He sinks down, and you see Scabbers run away.
Harry! Harry, do you realise what tree this is?
Run! Run!
Harry, run!
Good. Thanks, guys.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Let's touch the gate, let's touch the gate. Is it?
Yes, Tommy.
Guys, thanks. Cool. Thank you very much.
He starts off almost in the same state of mind as he did in the second, of being very self-assured, but that gradually kind of vanishes as he finds out more things about his past that he didn't realise, and he starts to, as most teenagers do when they go through their teenage years, be incredibly unsure of himself, and he doesn't quite know how to act around a lot of people, I don't think, as well. It's been great. He's a very cool guy. He's kind of he came with a lot of new ideas for all of us actually. And what was interesting, because people often kind of say, was it kind of daunting having a new director? And the reason it wasn't was because we were given so much rehearsal time with him prior to the actual start of filming that we really got to know him at that time. We just chat and talk about the characters and just kind of hang out really. Gary Oldman's such an amazing actor, and when I first met him, I thought I was going to feel very intimidated by him because of all the films he's in, like Sid and Nancy and Leon and things. I thought I was going to be really scared, but he's actually a really cool guy and really nice and awesome, and so I really just felt completely relaxed around him. In the third book, Harry finds out about there were kind of this group of 4 people who were Peter Pettigrew, played by Timothy Spall, then there was Sirius Black, Professor Lupin, and James Potter, who's my dad. And basically, Lupin has grown up and he fits into the story in the way that he is the next Defence Against the Dark Arts teacher at school. And it's about probably halfway through the film that Harry finds out that Lupin was really great friends with his dad and his mum. And so that's how he develops. And through Lupin, Harry finds out a lot of things about his parents. And Lupin's a very instrumental character in the film. Not only that, but also I think probably the key scenes, the key emotional scenes, which basically make up the heart of the film, seem to me to be between Harry and Lupin almost every time. So he's such an important character. It's a lot darker, but that's only because the books are a lot darker. I mean, the books grow and grow more and more scary, basically.
and I think that's what is just another progression, and it's very dark, very. The second film was very kind of action. It was very action-packed, and there was a lot of emotional intensity, but not really to the level of the third. The third film is incredibly intense emotionally, and Harry is basically becoming a teenager, and all teenagers kind of have a lot of problems, but Harry is majorly screwed up in this one. First of all, I mean, he thinks somebody's actually trying to kill him. Over the first two films, he's kind of developed this image in his own mind of him being this kind of all-powerful kind of wizard. He's defeated Voldemort twice, and he's he's getting more confident about his powers. But then, at the beginning, he faints when he sees something called a Dementor, and so he loses all that confidence. And then he discovers that someone's out to kill him, and he's a lot angrier in this film, I think, as well, definitely.
It's really good to see like Dan, Emma, and all the other cast as well, like Matthew and Devon, and all the other people like that. Yeah, it's really fun. It's like, in a way, kind of going back to school, but much, much better than that. I was just looking forward to like all the Dementors and stuff like that, and getting a new owl and a new wand. It's going to be cool. But it's mainly Alfonso, really. He said that you should like customise it how you would if you were really at school, and he was into that a lot, like doing it yourself so you can so it feels more natural. So yeah, we just kind of did what we felt comfortable. That was one of my favourite scenes. What they did was they had me all padded up, and I was like padded up with like a harness on my leg, and they attached all these like bungee ropes and stuff. And all the stunt guys were pulling me from the tree, and they dragged me into the tree, and it was really fun.
Alfonso, he was very trusting. He wanted us to put a lot of ourselves and our thoughts into the character. So he told us, you know, if there's anything wrong with the script that you've been given, if you don't feel that it's natural or that it works, then you just say and we can change it. I always, whenever I got stuck, I was always be going to him, you know, how should I do it? Just tell me what to do. And he'd go, no, you've got to do it yourself. It's got to come from you. And that freedom was brilliant. It's been a really learning experience, this one. I'm in jeans. Yes, I'm in jeans. Thank God, and not another one of those skirts. And the itchy jumpers. It's improved so much. It's much more contemporary. It's much more casual, and it makes you feel so much more at ease. And it's kind of it's to do with the this book is about being teenagers, and it's about it's kind of taking the varnish off it. It's kind of it's what's underneath, and it's much more raw, and it's great. It's really good. She gets chased by a werewolf. She's attacked by a tree. She She's turning back in time. She's trying to get to all of her ridiculous quantities of lessons. She's doing everything. I never thought that the whole cat and the rat fight thing could again be something that they're just any excuse to make it out that they hate each other. Any excuse. They're always niggling each other and always having a go at each other and just about stupid things, and you just think, oh God, it's not worth it, you know, just let it go. But they're just doing it because there's always this threat that they might actually like each other, and they don't like that at all.
In this film, there were quite a few scenes I enjoyed filming. Probably my favourite, which is a new experience for me altogether, was it was in Hogsmeade. Well, in the film, not in real life. And it was a snow set, an indoor snow set, and I'd never been or seen in indoor snow, so to speak. And it was just fun and a new experience being in the fake snow while being very hot and sort of sweating in the snow. It's a bit of a daunting experience, but it was fun. Yeah, we had a laugh. Draco himself has matured slightly. He's still a very annoying, frustrating little child. But I think because of the scene in the second film where my dad and I are going in Borg and Burke's, it actually got cut out in the final cut. But I think it explains a lot why Draco is acting like this to people who have popularity or people who have better things than him as such. And I think just during the films, it's just going to open up more and more about how and why he's like this. And I think it's a good, never-ending story. I think about why Draco is like how he is.
In a way, for us, was easy because what we tried to do is to detect the theme of the film, that was about this kid finding his identity as a teenager, and this kid that is learning that both the fears and the power to fight them reside within. So once that we went into that line, it was very easy to discriminate which of the multiple elements that play in the book, which ones would be relevant for this theme. And we concentrated on one theme because what we wanted, it was a movie that was character-oriented with the special effects, rather than to be a special effect film with a bunch of characters around. That was the coolest thing, and I was the lucky guy. I was the luckiest guy because I got these 3 kids that they've done already 2 Harry Potters. So in one hand, they knew by heart everything relating about their own characters and the universe around them. They knew all the technical aspects of doing a film with special effects. They knew about marks, they knew about blue screens, they knew about performing against the little tennis ball that later on is going to become a CG character. They knew all about that, and they were very good about that. Plus, they were 13. So together to what we were talking about, it's very different to work with a kid when he's 11 than when he's 13. There's a bigger awareness of what they are doing when they are 13. Say, in 11 could be something fun and cool, and let's make believe. These kids are 13 after working also. They've been very lucky to work with some of the best actors alive in number 1 and number 2. And so they wanted to start taking more seriously their craft. And they were willing then to explore emotional territories that they hadn't explored before. Again, because of the nature of the material. But early on, we said, okay, how would you wear your uniform? And then first they were all tight. I says, yes, but if your parents were not around. And then they start doing weird things with the ties or taking the shirts out. Some of the kids stocking everything and trying to be very neat. And I think that comes through in the film. The hairstyle was pretty much dictated by the kids. Obviously, we knew that Harry Potter had to have a little rebel hair, that the hair is coming, is sticking out. So I said, okay, we're going to stick him out, do a little longer here. But Dan was through the process of where we're doing different tests with the hair. I said, okay, yeah, it's more like that. Because we wanted to be something organic, the hair, the uniform, and the attitude of each one of the actors. It was so much fun. The thing with them is that she just keeps on trying. I'm so pleased that whenever people see that scene, those two scenes, it's so much fun, so eccentric, so cuckoo. And there's a moment that also from being very funny and cuckoo, it goes into a very scary mode, and that's great. Something we wanted to do is, I want to try to tell the movie with a style that was as fluid as possible. One shot connecting with another one. Right into working with coverage, I wanted to really, as if the camera comes, say, okay, give me your hand, and the camera just takes you through the whole ride, from the first frame to the last frame.
One of the themes or one of the ideas that Alfonso was keen to explore in the film, and which he discussed with me at the outset, was this notion that when you become a teenager or as you grow up, the demons are no longer just the monsters in the closet, the basilisks, the giant spiders and the likes, but actually the demons begin to come from within, and a lot of the darkness comes from within. And that was something that he was keen to explore. So that infuses some of the story. Also, just the films grow, the books grow up, the films grow up, just as the kids grow up. And I think you deal with slightly more adolescent issues in this film than you have in the previous two. What Michael Gambon has brought to the film is something very special, because I think he has made on the one hand, an homage to he's acknowledged Richard in giving Dumbledore a little bit of an Irish accent, but he again has made the film, the character, very much his own. He has made Dumbledore very much his own part. Dumbledore is who Dumbledore is by the very nature of what Joe Rowling wrote. Wise, eccentric, with a twinkle in his eye, and I think Michael has all of those qualities, and those were the qualities that we were looking for when we were searching for an actor to play the part. The Prisoner of Azkaban refers to a character by the name of Sirius Black, who was 12, 13 years ago, and for many years before, one of the closest friends of Harry's parents. That he, Harry's father, a character by the name of Professor Lupin, who's played by David Thewlis, and another character, Peter Pettigrew, who's played by Tim Spall, were a group. Sirius Black has spent the last 12 years in prison because it is thought that he murdered or was responsible for the murder of Harry's parents and several others. When the film begins, the prisoner of Azkaban, Sirius Black, has escaped from Azkaban and is on the run, and we believe is looking for Harry, is coming to find Harry Potter.
I think it's interesting to see Harry dealing with that sense of rebellion. He's not going to take it anymore. He is not going to put up with the rules Uncle Vernon has sort of set in stone in that house. And what I loved, there was a line that was cut from the script that I loved. When Harry said to Uncle Vernon, "I'm tired of living by other people's rules." And I thought that was the heart of the film. I thought that's exactly what it means to be a teenager. You know, it's like those great rock and roll songs from the 60s. It's my life. You know, you can't tell me what to do. That's what I loved about this book, and what I loved about what Alfonso did with it. It is that sense of rebellion. And when he walks out of the Dursley house at the beginning of the movie, that's pretty powerful. You know, the fact that he's taken a stand and he's walking away from this nonsense. You realize that you're in a different world now. These aren't kids anymore. When I saw this film, I was completely blown away by their performances because there's such a maturity, there's such a assurance, there's confidence, there's a sense that we've done it before, we can now bring new and interesting elements to it. There's a sense that they can get through an entire scene without stopping. What's wonderful about watching this film is there are a lot of moments where we don't cut away from anything. We're actually staying with the actors, which was something we just couldn't do in the past. It's just a wonderful feeling, and it's a sense of real pride to see that these kids have become such accomplished professional actors. You know, it's something that I don't think, you know, in terms of being a director, I don't know how you could be more proud of seeing. It's like seeing your own children up on screen. For me, the two most amazing moments in the film are the attack of the Dementors on the train at the beginning of the film, which is I think is just an amazing sequence, very frightening sequence. And I think one of the most moving and emotional sequences is Harry riding Buckbeak through the grounds of Hogwarts. I just think that's a lyrical, poetic moment that just is very moving. And I think Alfonso did a wonderful job with those two sequences. He's done a wonderful job with the whole movie, but for me, those are two of the most memorable sequences in the film.
The big difference between the third one now watching them is they are truly actors, you know, and Alfonso was able to rehearse with them. You know, before we never really had the opportunity really to rehearse, and they pretty much would come in and they would do what, you know, you would ask. And they did a terrific job. And I think, because each one of them is, I think, a terrific actor. But in the third film, you really saw them grow up. And they were able to do rehearsal. They were very concerned about why they were doing certain things and what their reaction would be. They were able to give you a variety of performances, which I thought the range, and especially Dan's range, I thought was phenomenal. Really took, I have to say, Alfonso's eye, I think, to really come in and tie this stuff together. I would be amazed, even as we're starting final visual effects, and we're looking at the Whomping Willow, and he is as concerned about the highlight on the rock, which is next to the Whomping Willow, as he is with, you know, does it match also the light coming to him from the hillside behind the trees, which you barely really even see? I mean, you know, are the shadows, are they really projected? Are we getting the strength of the shadows? And you sit and you listen to this, but when you see everything composited together, it is amazing the impact that it has and the strength of the shot. I mean, the visuals are stunning. He has really done a great job.
Watch it there, boy.
We're trying to sleep here.
Yes, we are.